please welcome Angela Davis.
Hi, everyone. First thing, these nodes are where you're making the connection with the skin, and the top part is where you're gripping it. Now, unlike before with the previous body spot, you don't have to grip it in a certain manner so that your hands are touching metal and you're conducting the current better. This is just however, in whatever way it's easiest for you to grasp. And so we've improved that design to make it so much easier to massage with. And this silicone sleeve is so easy to clean. Next slide. Powering on forgot about the battery. When the battery is low, you're going to see this amber light flash on, and it will then power the unit down. If you're turning it on for the first time, it'll flash on and flash a couple of times before powering down, letting you know there's not enough juice left in this baby for you to do a full session. So that will be the indicator light that tells you, oh, I need to set it on the wireless charger. Okay. Next slide, when it's all done, sorry, my little stand here is a little wobbly, then this light right here will change from amber. While you're charging it, a green light will kind of breathe. It's not really flashing, it's kind of like breathing, if you will. And when it's fully charged, that light will change to green. I think if you click the button one more time, you'll see that green light pop up. And so when it's fully charged, that'll be green right there. There we go. You can see that. So let's go to the next slide. Selecting the treatment time. First of all, you're going to push this button right here to power it on. Now, let me show you also something very different. You can see on the slide, age lock on the top of the unit right here. That means it's a Canadian unit or a Latin America unit. If it says new skin instead, that means it's going to be the USA Renuspa unit. So age lock is a well spa. I got my hands on this little Renuspa device so that you could see the difference there. And thanks, Alicia. So just this would be age lock in Canada, new skin in the US. So this little button right here, you can see the little fountain. That's the button you're going to press once. You'll hear a tone where it beeps, and then you'll see these 5 lights flash on. Let's go back to the slide, because you're going to see better on the slide now. After you power it on, you push the button once, and you're going to see every time you push the button, it will select which minute you want. So pushing it once will go from 5 of those lights to 4 of those lights. You push it again, you'll go to 3, you push it again, you'll go to 2, etc., etc. That's allowing you to pick how many minutes you want to use this for. Now, with each routine, we have a recommended number of units that I'll share with you. But if you have more time, you might want to use it for a little bit longer. That's why we're giving you that flexibility. So, all right, perfect. Let's go to the next slide. As I said before, the nodes is where you're going to put it against the skin to make that connectivity. Now, I don't know if you can hear my device. I'm going to set it right next to the speaker. When it's on, it makes a type of white noise. And I always laugh because it sounds like a seashell when I lift it off. Oh, actually, I'll get on this on the next slide. But it's just a little white noise so that you know it's actually on and running. Let me make sure I'm watching for your comments in case you have. Oh, Stephen Moore asked, why is it branded differently? It's branded differently because to register it as a medical device, clear it as a class 1 medical device in the United States, it can't have the same name it has in any other country. So it's an FDA requirement. Yes, Luisa, I agree. That sounded so soothing. Jane, you could hear it. Yay. So just a soothing white noise. And the point was with the old device, so often, so many of us were like, is it on? Is it doing anything? You couldn't tell if it was on or not. So now you can. All right, let's go back to the slide deck. Wendy, thanks for joining us too. Jean, thank you. Yes, US class 1, not class 2 medical device for the USA. Okay, next slide. That's the tone that you have turned it off or your session is complete. That's the same tone you'll get in both scenarios. All right, next slide. Okay, there are actually, stay here, but I just thought of something that I wanted to let you know. When you're using this on the skin and it's making that white noise, if you ever lift it off the skin, this smart device detects that it's lost connection with your skin, and it will pause the current that is being sent out of the unit. So it effectively stops the unit until you put it back to the skin. It will then detect that it's making contact, and you'll hear that white noise. So when you take it off, you'll hear kind of a beep that lets you know something's changed, and you won't hear the white noise. And then when you put it back, then you'll hear the white noise again as it continues. So, all right. Now we can go back to that slide with the 3 products. So we have 3 routines. The first routine is your restore routine, and it uses the body activating gel. That's your tall tube. I don't have an actual sample today, so you guys are getting it before us. Congratulations. But it's a nice tall bottle that is designed to be used for the whole body. That's why you're getting a little bit more in there. Then we've got the revitalize routine. This is going to use the body serum, which is the smaller bottle with the dosage that's targeted for more of the stimulation. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then your refresh routine, which is, again, going back to using that body activating gel. So 3 routines, 2 of them use the same product, and the revitalize one uses the body serum. Okay, let's go into more details. Next slide. Body activating gel. Okay, so the number one thing that you want to remember about this routine that uses this, well, let's talk about the claims of this product first. So it's all about depuffing the skin. We're going to improve the appearance of the skin through stimulating the skin and helping to move fluid through the body when it's paired with the device itself. So it's going to help you feel more centered, more balanced. It's going to help you look and feel better. Okay, next slide. Now, pair that with the device, and you're going to get some amazing benefits, because we know there's so many times, like, for example, getting on a plane. All of you guys went to Europe. You went to the Swiss Alps. Some of you went on to Milan. There was some long and a lot of plane rides. And have you ever noticed sometimes when you get off the plane, if you take your shoes off and when you are landing and you put your shoes back on, they're a little bit tighter, or maybe you've left your shoes on the whole time and you've got sandals on, and when you get off the plane and if you take those sandals off, you'll see them, like the swollen mark on your feet. As we get inflammation in our body, it is so healthy to move that inflammation out naturally. Kim, you're with me on that. And it makes a huge difference in a before and after picture as well. And we know how powerful those before and after pictures are. And so restore is all about depuff. That word for some reason makes me laugh, but it's moving that fluid through the skin. And that's why it's long upward motions, moving into the center of your body. If it's your legs, you're moving up. If it's your arms, you're moving in. If it's your abdomen, you're moving up as well, because we're moving to those areas of the body where the body naturally disposes of this excess fluid in the body. And so you want to do a nice firm, let me move over, a nice firm upward. I'm going to take my jacket off. We're just like before, we're going to get to know each other really well here today. So you're going to have a nice firm upward motion and then glide lightly back down, because we don't want to push the fluid down. We want to push it in where the body's going to dispose of it. So a nice firm upward motion, glide back down. And when you glide back down, you kind of scoot over to a new area. So I started right here and I went up, and then I glided back down to a new area, and then I firmly go up. Now, not so firm that you're going to bruise the body, but we want to push that inflammation. Thank you, Monica, for having mercy on me. So you're going to do all around your lower arm, then go up on your upper arm, again, moving all the way around the arm so that you're constantly moving that fluid up. Okay, in the leg area, you're going to do the same thing. You can kind of see my legs here. You're going to move upward motion, a nice firm motion, gently glide back down. A nice firm upward motion until you've gone all the way around your leg. Now, I recommend, just because the product soaks in so quickly, go with the flow, see what's working best for you, but I recommend doing areas. So from your wrist to your elbow, and then from your elbow up to your shoulder, from your ankles to your knees, and then from above your knees up to your hip area, so that you can get enough current. Oh, and then that's another tip. Our tendency is we get so excited to make a change to our bodies that we just start like going really, really, really fast. Please slow down. Go as slow as you really can. A motion as slow as this. It almost feels torturously slow, but here's why you want to do that. You want to give plenty of time for this current to be dispensed and to deliver to the skin and to activate and stimulate the skin. Hence, the secret of a slow motion gives you always a better before and after picture. Okay, Kim is asking, can you use the moisture mist? I asked this exact question because we used it so aggressively with our old device. They told me that yes, you can. However, they're pushing much harder, and they, as our scientists, are pushing much harder this time with these new ingredients that we're putting in the activating gel and in the body serum, that you're better off getting an extra dosage of those active ingredients than using the mist. So the ingredients are so key in these new formulas that they're really pushing, apply more of the product so that you're getting more benefits. So really good question there, Kim. Kat had the same question. Great job. And Kat is asking, do we rinse off the gel? Okay, with the old one, we always did because it was such a sticky formula and it didn't absorb in as well. But this one, we do not recommend that for two reasons. A, we want to keep the routine simple so that your customer is going to, it's so easy that they're like, okay, great, I'll do this every day. Because if they're consistent, they're going to see the results. And so we altered the formula to absorb better and to not be so sticky, and you don't feel a need to rinse it off. And so it is designed to do number one, to make it easier so they're consistent. But number two, we don't want people wiping off those active ingredients. Like I said, our scientists are so excited about the combination and the strength of the ingredients that they've come up with, that they want that rubbed into the skin, remaining on the skin, working for hours after the treatment. So really good question there, Kat. Okay, what direction is for the neck, shoulder, and upper back? Oh, really good question there, SV. Hopefully I'm saying that right, SV Zhang. We do not recommend in the neck and the chest area. I actually fought back really hard for you guys on this one. I was like, no, there are amazing before and after pictures in the décolleté area. We have to be able to use it there. But the pushback was, Nu Skin is all about an abundance of safety and caution. And their biggest pushback was, you don't know if somebody is pregnant, breastfeeding, has a pacemaker. Even a pacemaker using this could cause an interaction. And so out of an abundance of caution, they're saying not to use it in the chest or the neck area. So sorry. Okay. And then Monica is asking if in the US if you'll be able to buy it in September. US will be later. Ricky will, as we get closer, Ricky will be able to let you know. But it won't be in September. We're still clearing that one as a medical device. So medical devices always take longer to clear to launch. Okay. And then right now, using the conductive gel, we still wash it off. That is correct. All right. Okay, back to the slides. Let's go to the next slide that shows motions for the next routine. It's either that or the body serum claims. Restore, we talked about that. Okay, refresh. Now, refresh is all about this morning I went walking for 3 miles. It just wakes me up. It gets me going. But sometimes, the muscles might get a little sore. I'll go swim laps. Every once in a while, I'll get a little bit of a cramp, especially down in my calf. This is just reviving, refreshing those muscles. And this is why instead of that long, straight motion that's moving fluid, we're using a circular motion because it's more concentrated on massaging that muscle, on helping to promote this recovery of the muscles and get us back into our day. And so same motions, you're not going to use it down here on your wrist area because, we don't really work out that muscle very much, but we definitely work out our biceps and our triceps. And so you would use a circular motion again. And you do go in an upward circular motion because you will still get some fluid movement. And so still an upward motion, but instead it's a circular upward motion. I'm right here on the bicep. Your bicep is what allows you to curl in. Your tricep is going to be back here. And again, an upward circular motion. Same thing with your stomach area. You're going to start at the bottom of your abdomen and use a circular motion working up to the top of your abdomen. With your thigh, the same thing, a circular motion working your way up to the top of the hip area. With your calf, the same thing, a circular motion. You've got your quads, you've got your calves. And so you're always working up, but again, in that circular motion. Okay, back to the slide deck. Kim Russell, you used it after 3 hours of pickleball. Oh my goodness. Your quads had to be so tired after that. But yes, it's going to help you have a quicker recovery. I love that. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Perfect. Body serum. Okay. Claims here. This is the routine that is focused the most on before and afters. You're going to get some sweet stuff with the depuffing that's moving that first routine, that's moving the fluid, but you get the most here with this one. And so the product first is going to help contour. It's going to help minimize the appearance of cellulite. That's where the skin has that bumpy orange dimple look to it. And we're going to help smooth that out. You're going to help to visibly firm and tighten the skin for that more youthful appearance. And you're going to target the crepey looking skin to help reduce the appearance of that. So let's see how you do that when you pair it with the device. You're using both motions here, essentially, is what you're doing. So we still want to do the upward movement because you're going to depuff, you're going to move that fluid out, but that upward movement is also going to help break up some of the unwanted substances in your skin, as well as that circular motion is giving you more time to work on that skin and really massage that cellulite and help smooth out the structure of that skin. And so we're going to move the fluid and then we're going to massage that cellulite to really attack the issue. Now, when I say that the word attack, remember we start to get like aggressive and go too fast. Give nice and slow so you give plenty of time for the current to really go in there. Now with your tummy area, you're going to do a nice circular motion on the inside where we get a little bit more of that Buddha belly. And then on the outside, you're going to go in an upward and downward, smooth, straight up and down. It's kind of lining up with those muscles right here in the outer abdomen. So nice circular, slow motion in the tummy area and a nice up and down in the stomach area. Now with your thighs back here, you're going to be circular up here. Circular, as you remember, the circular motion is really targeting the cellulite. That's why it's circular, to really focus nice and slow on breaking up that cellulite, on smoothing out the skin. And so that's why closer to your buttocks area, you're doing this circular motion, while down closer to your knee, you're going to do the upward motion. Once you get up here, then you do the circular motion. If you're going to target your derriere, I'm not remembering the technical name, but your derriere, you're going to again use that circular motion because you want to focus on breaking up that cellulite, on smoothing out that skin.